Hello ladies and gentlemen, fellow trader. Today is 9th of February 2020, 2:07 p.m. Welcome to our BBMA weekly analysis for the trading week of 10 to 14 February 2020. Let's get started. As usual, we review our BBMA setup SOP. Our setup is based on weekly re-entry and MHV. On daily, we look for MHV and re-entry, and we use time frame H4 to do the entry after we see the momentum and re-entry. We also use the divergent oscillator to check for price divergence. Okay, we trade only one pair per account in 5 different accounts, and we risk 1% risk per trade. We trade all pairs, however, we trade the low volatility pair. We use automation. In TradingView, we use our custom indicator to detect for BBMA setups such as extreme and momentum. Alright, let's review our last week trade for the week of 2nd February. For last week, we have taken 5 trades. We have closed NZD CAD with quite big profit, and we're still holding GBP JPY because this is the monthly swing trade, and the CHF JPY also still running. However, we have to cut loss on both gold and also Euro USD. So total account growth for last week is 4.49%. Okay, let's go for this week review. We start with DXY for USD currency index to see the direction of USD. Last week we see that USD is moving up and making an MHV. So this week probably we will see more downward movement if this candle does not break above the top BB. So we will see the downward movement because this is the weekly MHV setup, and in daily we can see that it's still doing a momentum, mean the strength is still there until last Friday. And the same thing on H4. However, we start to see that the H4 candle start to close inside the BB, so it does not pinch above the top BB. So we look for it to go down and make a turn like this next week. Alright, for the first currency pair that we look at this week is USD JPY. So if we bias sell on USD, we will look for sell on USD JPY in general. Okay, so USD JPY, as we can see, it's now on the weekly sell zone, which is a MHV sell. It's a very good sell zone. And in D1, sorry, there's a lot of marking there from the previous analysis. On D1, we can see the candle actually cross the mid BB, make a high, but close back here, and it does not continue to make a momentum upward. So this means that the upward movement is getting weaker and weaker. Okay, and H4, we look at H4 is a very clear is actually doing a CSAK sell already, and then we need to see if there is any momentum sell on H1, and yes, there is. So this USD JPY is having a confirmed downward movement already. Alright, so for this case, we're gonna do our entry on H4. Our sell zone will be anything from here to the top BB, which is this area. Okay, so this will be our entry area. You can choose from the mid EMA 50 or the mid BB, because mid BB is a better entry price for now because the price is actually at the mid BB. So this is our entry zone for USD JPY. USD JPY, our bias is sell. Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD has making a quite long downtrend last week, but as we see on weekly, okay, weekly price is closing to the low BB, but it does not close below the low BB. And if you look at the monthly time frame, it's actually making a MHV buy. On the monthly time frame, it never closed below the low BB, so it's still making a MHV buy. MHVY on monthly, MHVY on weekly, and on daily we can see it's still doing a momentum sell. So we need to check the lower time frame such as H4, and H4 there was a momentum sell and make a MHV candle here. On H1 we also see MHV buy, but we haven't see a momentum buy. So our plan for Euro USD is we need to wait for at least H1 momentum buy to happen, and then we start to do our entry on H4. Okay, very clear and simple. Next pair, GBP USD. Sorry, GBP USD, GBP USD, GBP USD. Okay, GBP USD on let me remove all this. GBP USD, as we can see on the weekly time frame, it's making a re-entry buy. Okay, re-entry buy, and on monthly we also can see it's making a re-entry buy. On daily we still see a momentum sell, and also H4 we still see a momentum sell. So for GBP USD is not ready for a buy setup, so we want to revert back, we want to follow the trend downward. So if we look for downward trend, mean this one we will look at it as a CSAK sell, because it closed below the mid BB. So this will be CSAK sell. So after CSAK sell, we will see a re-entry. Okay, so we wait for this re-entry. In daily time frame is still a momentum, so there will be a re-entry on daily time frame as well. Okay, but we will use H4 for our entry. In this case, our entry will be from the mid BB to the top BB here. This will be our entry zone. Okay, so GBP USD we have to look for re-entry sell for the time being. Next one, GBP JPY. For GBP JPY, we have a monthly re-entry sell swing here. As you can see here, this is MHV sell. It's still valid for this week, and price is making a almost now is still making a MHV sell. We need to wait for the CSAK sell, and on daily he already make a momentum sell on Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. Last Monday making a momentum sell here. So this movement will continue. So we don't have we can add our position, but for the time being, based on our risk, we probably want to add some position at this area if we retrace back here. Okay, so GBP JPY we still hold our monthly swing trade on this one. Next pay, gold. For gold, on monthly is of course still a buy trend. On weekly it's a re-entry buy, so weekly is making a re-entry buy here. On D1 as you can see last week it looked like it's making a CSAK sell, however it does not close below low BB, and now it's making a MHV buy. So this can be MHV buy or re-entry sell. Okay, so it depends on the bias that we choose. For now we can take this as a re-entry sell. Then we look at this as a MHV. So this is our MHV zone. Okay, so what we can do, we can PO sell here, since this candle is not closing above. As you can see, two candle has not able to close above the top BB, and if it close above the top BB next week, our cut loss will be minimal. So for the time being, our we can look for sell on gold based on the daily and also H4 setup. Okay, so for gold, the bias for this week is a sell for now based on this setup, because if we want to cut loss, the risk is very minimal. The cut loss is about here. Okay, so that's it for this week. We have 5 pairs. 1 pair we hold from last week, and that's it. I wish you all profitable trading the week ahead, and till we meet again next week. Bye bye.